Hello friends, today is the 24th day of Flutter and today we are going to create calendar. So a calendar is a system used to organize the days, weeks or months for commercial, religious, social or administrative purpose. It keeps a record about which event fall on a particular date and when the special events will happen. So in this video, we are going to see how to display and use the calendar widget in our Flutter application. Now Flutter provides a simple widget named Table Calendar to show the calendar in our app. The table calendar is highly customizable and has many features such as gesture, animation, and multiple formats. The table calendar provides many features like it is easy to use API, it provides custom builders for UI control, it has vertical auto sizing, it provides beautiful animation, it provides gesture handling, it provides multiple calendar formats such as a month, week, year, etc. We can also use multiple days of the week format. So let us create the calendar. So let's jump to the coding part. So before creating calendar, we have to add one dependency from our into our pubspec.yaml file from pub.dev packages from that packages. So just search for table calendar. Now just hit enter. Now you can see the first one is table calendar. Now here you can also see the popularity numbers, per points number, likes. So different packages have different popularity, likes and per points. So here is the table calendar. So from here we are going to install. Here we can see how to implement it by looking at these examples. Now we are going to install this dependency inside our pubspec.yaml file. So just copy it, open the pubspec.yaml file and paste it over here. Now just hit tab. Now just hit pub-get to get the package. Now it will take some time. Okay, it's done. Now we are going to use this calendar inside our app. So for this I am going to create one stateful widget. So just create this stateful widget which is calendar widget WR. Okay, here is our calendar widget. So we will call this widget inside the home. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see the container over here. So we are going to create calendars. So first of all we will create the scaffold. So okay, scaffold. Now inside this scaffold we will create appa. We will give some title and wrap inside the text widget. So it is calendar. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see here is our appa. Now we will create the body of our app which will contain the calendar. So now we are going to create column for this and we will specify the children inside the column. Now the first children will be table calendar. So just use this widget. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see one error that is calendar controller should not be equal to null. So we are going to create one calendar controller. Just create that controller. Now we have to specify it in init state. So create init state and inside that specify it in. Okay, now just make this initialization calendar controller. Now just Now we have to restart our app, as we have mentioned this thing in init state, and init state will be called when the whole page will be called. So just restart your app. Okay, just click this to restart your app. So it will take some time to restart. So still we are getting the same error, okay, because we haven't specified it inside the table calendar. So inside the calendar controller we have to specify this controller. Now just run this app again. Let's see. Now we can see here is our calendar. So we are having this calendar in which the current date is mentioned in a circular uh, shape, and the date is in white color. So we can change the color of this, and we can change the position and color of the selected date also by using the properties that are provided by this table calendar widget. We can also look the calendar according to week and month wise. So here is the month wise, and we can again see the week wise whole calendar. Now we can see 2 week wise, that is Monday, Thursday. So in this way we can use this calendar. So we are going to see some of the properties that are, first of all, is the initial calendar format. So we are going to use calendar format. Now here we are having two format, that is initially it will be we can select any of the three, that is month, 2 weeks and week. So initially we are having one month, so we can change this format by using any of this, like we are using 2 week initial format. So we will able to see the 2 week format. If we will use the week format, so we will able to see that format. So I am going to specify the month wise. Now we are going to change the color of the selected date and the uh, date today's date. So for that we are going to use calendar style property and calendar style widget. For that, here is this. Now inside this we can use the property like today style. So inside this we can give the styling to the today's date using the text style. Now here we can specify the font weight, and we can change the color also. So make it green. I just hit Control and S. Now you can see the today date is having green color. So we will just make it red, and now it's visible. Now we are going to specify the today color, that is the color of this circle. So we can change it, like we can make it to also. So now we can have the color of this today date as blue. Now we will make this red as white, so it will be great. Okay, it will be good to see. Yeah. Now we can also change the color of the selected date. So for that we have to use the property selected color. So inside this we can specify the color like green or red or not like that. So just hit Control and S. Now you can see we have changed the color of the selected date. Similarly, we can give some decoration to this header, this button, or we can give some styling to this whole header. So for that we can use the header property. So here is the header style property. We can also make the header visible like true or false, and we can use other property also. So just let me use this header style, and we are going to use header style widget, and inside this we can make our heading to be aligned at center. So this is the center header title. We can make it true and false. If it is true, then the this heading will be at center, and if it is false, it can be anywhere else. And we can also use the other properties like decoration, format button decoration and all. So I am just going to make it true. Just see, it is at center, and on making it false, can be anywhere like at starting. That is by default it is having false only. So we are making it as true. Now we can also format the button decoration, that is this button. So for that we can use this format button decoration. We can also give the styling to it by using format button text style. We can also give some padding. We can also specify the other properties also. So we will use that. So we are just going to use format button decoration. Now for this we are going to use the box decoration property widget. So inside this we can change the color. We can make the color as anything which we want. We can make it orange or anything. We can also give some radius by using the border radius property. So we can specify it. So here is the radius. We can change it. Now we can also use some other properties that I have mentioned, like border format button text style to give styling to the text. We can also uh, use some other properties like format. Okay, we are inside the format button. So we can use the format this show next property and can make it false. So there will be no button next to it. So these are the properties that are provided by this header style. Similarly, we can use starting day of week property to mention the starting day, and we can change the starting day of this calendar. Also, we can use the builders property to change the styling and everything of this dates and today date and selected day format. So we can use any of this property. Hello friends, today is the 25th day of Flutter, and today we are going to see navigation and routing. So navigation and routing are the core concept of mobile application, which allows the user to communicate between two different pages. For example, whenever we are using any application, at that time when we are on a single page, like for example we are using the Flipkart app, and in that we are seeing one product. So to get to know more about that single product, we will click on the product. So that will navigate to a different page which will be having all the details of that particular products. So this is the main process of routing that leads to navigate from one page to different page. So in Flutter is providing a class which is material page route, which is having two method, navigation.push and navigation.pop, which is basically used to navigate between two different pages. So screen and pages are normally called as routes. So in Android, routes is very similar to activity, while in iOS it is equivalent to view controller. So we will implement this navigation and routing in this video. So let us jump to the coding part to implement this. So here is our app. So first of all, I will create two different class. So I will create first class, which will be first screen, and will create one another state plus widget, that will be second screen. Now I will the main page will be the first screen. I will call this inside the material app. So now just hit Control and S. Now you can see this my app is calling first screen, which is having one container. So let's change this container to the scaffold widget. So we are creating one scaffold widget. Now this will be having app bar, and we will give some title to this app bar that will be wrapped inside the text widget, and the title will be first screen. Now this is the first screen of our app, and this is the second screen of our app. So we will just copy this same thing inside this, but we are not yet calling this second screen. So when we will call this second screen, so first from this first screen we will call the second screen. So for that we need some navigation. So for that we can use the class which is provided by Flutter, that is navigation page route. Before that we have to create one button which will navigate from this first page to the second. So we have to specify the body of this scaffold, and we will create one we can create container, and inside that we will create one child that will be raised button. So inside this raise button, the child will be text, which will be having text as click me. So on clicking this button, we will navigate to the second page. So inside the on pressed property, we have to route the pages, different pages. So from this page we are going to call this second page. So inside this on pressed function we have to navigate. So for that we are going to use navigator dot push, and in the first parameter is route, which is context, which is used to pass this build context to the second screen, and instead of this route we will mention the material page route class. So this is basically providing us the property. So we are going to specify the builder context, and it will be passed to the second screen, which is our second screen. So now we are just going to give semicolon. So this is our first screen. From this first screen we are going to navigate to the second screen. So for this we have to use this navigator dot push method. So this is our first screen. So let's just hit Control and S. Now you can have this first this raised button. So we will just make it at center. So we are just going to wrap it inside the center widget. So going to use not center widget, and we'll create the child of it and we'll specify it. Now just hit Control and S. Now we are also going to change the color of our raised button. So we can use the color property. So just use color dot. Now it can be anything. So make it orange. So here is our button of the which is visible in the first screen. So on clicking this button, we will be routed to the second screen. So just change the heading, that is title of the second screen. Now just hit Control and S. Now we are just going to click on this button. So let's click on this. So on clicking this button, the second page will be called, which is second screen. So in this second screen we want again to back at the first page. So for that again we have to create one button. So for that we are going to specify the body property, and we are just going to copy this and paste it inside this second page. And instead of this navigator dot push, as we are not going to third page from this second page, so there is not any forward navigation. We want some backward navigation, that is we want to return to the back page. So for that we are going to use navigator dot pop method. So by using this we will be again jump to the back page. So instead of this click me, we are going to specify the text as back to first screen. Now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see there here is one button. On clicking this button, we will be navigated to the first page. So here is our first page. On clicking this, we will be navigated to the second page. On again clicking to this button, we will be popped to our first page. So this is the first method. By using this we can navigate between different pages. And the second method which we can use is the named route method, in which we have to specify the route. So for that we have to like okay, we are going to put make it as it is. Now instead of this first, okay, the first page will be first screen. So we will specify the routes, that is the route method. So inside this route method, the first, which is initial, this will be the initial one. So this will be initialized as the first page, that is first screen. So before initializing the first screen, we are going to initialize the initial route. So this will be the initial route, that is the main page, or we can say home page should be the first screen. So we will remove this from here and will pass it over the initial route. So here we will call the first screen. So here is the first screen. Now we are going to specify the second route, that is having this route. So the second route is for the second screen. So we will call the second screen screen. And now we are going to instead of using this, we are going to use the another method that is provided by the material page route, that is navigator.push name. And instead of this route name, we are going to specify the routing, that is second. So on clicking this particular button, that is click me, the second page will be called. So this is the second method by using which we can route between two different pages. So just hit Ctrl and S. Okay, just restart your app again so that you can't have any error. So there shouldn't be any error. So now it is loaded. So just click this button. Now on clicking this, you again the second screen will be called, and on clicking this button, again the second screen will be popped out and the first screen will be visible. So this is the these are the two methods by which we can navigate between two different pages. So you can use this any of these two method to use for navigation. So thank you and have a nice day. Hello friends, today is the 26th day of Flutter, and today we are going to see splash screen. So basically a splash screen is the main screen of, or we can say main page of an app, which contain the introduction or the purpose of the app. So we can compose that page by using any text, image, or we can give some designs to that particular page to let the user know about the purpose of our app. So splash screen is also known as launch screen. So we will implement this splash screen in this video. So let's jump to the coding part. So we can implement splash screen by using two different methods. So first one is by using one method, that is timer. So we can implement the splash screen, and the other is by using package. So we will look both that. Before that, I am going to create one stateful widget and will name it as splash screen. Now just call this splash screen inside this home. now we are going to create one child that of container that will be image network, and we are going to create one the URL of an image. So I am going to take the logo of Code Warriors. So just copy the image address and paste it inside this. Now just hit Ctrl and S to see. Here is the logo of our logo of Code Warriors. So we are going to change the color of this to color dot white, so that the container will be of white color. And we can also decorate this splash screen, but I am not going to do much. Just know the basic of this, how to implement splash screen. So we are going to create another class that will be called after this splash screen. So that will be our home page. So we will create one scaffold. Scaffold will give APA having title wrapped inside the text widget. So the title will be home page, and okay, we are returning the scaffold. Now the body of this will contain one text at center. Okay, so we'll wrap the text inside the center widget. So inside this text we are going to specify welcome to Code Warriors family. So this is the second page, that is home page. So how to call this page and how to make this screen visible for some limited time. So we can do this by implementing it inside the init state. So inside the init state, okay, we have to specify the init method. Now we are going to import the super init state. Now we are going to create one timer. Now this timer will be having some durations. For a particular duration it will be this screen will be visible. So it this splash screen will be visible for 3 to 5 seconds. So I am just going to specify 4 seconds, and after that the next page should be called. So we have to import the Dart synchronize. Okay, now this will be okay. Again we are going to call the second page by using navigator.push replacement, and the second page will be called inside the class that is material page root, and it will be having one builder which will pass the context to the next page. So we will call her home page. So that's all. Now just hit control OK. And just we are having one error. So what it is, okay, so here comma should be there. Now just hit control and S. Now just wait for 1 2 3 4 seconds. Okay, we have to reload our page, so just hot restart our app. Now you can see this is visible for a particular time, and after that the home page will be called. That is, this is our home page and having one text at center, that is welcome to Code Warriors family. So again run this app. So the splash screen will be visible for about 4 seconds, that is 1 2 3 4, and the home page has been called. So this is the first method by using which we can create splash screen. Now the second method is by using package. So for that we have to import the package dependency inside the pubspec.yaml file. So just open the dart packages website. Now from there we are going to use the splash screen package. So here is the splash screen package. Now we have to install the dependency. Just hit Ctrl C. Now inside the pubspec.yaml we have to add this dependency. So below this Cupertino icon we are going to add. Now just get the package. Okay, now the package is loaded. Just close this pubspec.yaml file, minimize this. Now get the dependency in your main.dart file. Now we are going to create splash. Okay, we are going to create stateless widget. Now we are going to create splash screen second page. So splash screen 2. Now we are going to return splash screen, which is the method which is provided. Okay, this is having same name. So here we have to specify one. Otherwise the method provided by that package will be same as the class which we have created. So we have to change the name. And now we are going to use the widget which is provided by the splash screen package. That is, here is the method which is provided by this package. Now on using this splash screen method, this package will be automatically imported. Or if you are getting any error or red underline under this method, so you can manually import this package. Now we are just going to use the properties which are available inside this widget, that is second. So it should be visible for about 2 seconds. Now the second page which should be called after the splash screen, so that has to be specified inside this property, navigate after second. So we are going to call home page. Now after that we are going to give some title to our splash screen, so it will be wrapped inside the text widget. Now it is that e-learning platform for everyone. So now we will pass the image, that is image.network, and inside that we will pass the URL. Just hit okay, just copy this URL. We are just going to paste this URL inside this image.network widget. Now after this we can also specify the size of this image by using this photo size property. So we are going to specify it 100, and we can also use the loader color. Okay, for that we have to first specify the loading text. So here is the loading text property. So inside this we are going to specify the text which is loading, and we can specify the color to this loading text by using the loader color, and we are going to specify it as blue. Now just we have to call this splash screen 2. Now just load the app again. Now we can see the output. Now our app is running. So the app is okay. We have to increase the seconds. Run the app again. Okay, here is the logo, text, and the loading loader text. So you can run it again, as it is visible for 2 to 5 seconds. So that's why we can also increase this seconds, like we can make it 15. So now you can see it is visible for 15 seconds. So it will be good to see. Otherwise it will be just the splash screen will be visible for 1 second, 2 seconds, and then automatically it will be invisible. So make this second somewhat that user can view the particular splash screen.